All right, so today we're going to unpack a really powerful idea about how we're all connected. And we're going to do it through a simple story about a beaver in a kind of gloomy forest. It's a tale that, believe it or not, reveals a huge truth about the surprising influence we have on each other every single day. So let's start with this question. Can a single smile actually change a world? I know, it sounds a little bit like something from a storybook, right? But what if it isn't? What if one tiny act of positivity could create a real, actual change in the world right around you? Well, to figure that out, we got to take a trip to a place called the Whispering Woods. Okay, so our story kicks off in the Whispering Woods. And, well, let's just say it's not exactly the happiest place to be. I want you to picture this, okay? The mornings are all foggy and quiet. The animals are just all business. Everyone's got their heads down, focused on their to-do lists, gathering nuts, building dams. The forest works, it's efficient. But there's no joy, no real sense of community. It's functional, but it's totally missing that warmth. But this is where our hero enters the picture. The entire mood of this forest is about to get a major shakeup, and it all comes down to one character making one very simple but profound decision. So it's just another Tuesday morning. Beaver steps out of his lodge, feels the sun, and decides, you know what? He's not going to have another one of those gloomy, get-it-done days. Instead of just nodding and getting straight to work, he makes a real conscious choice to just change his entire vibe. And we really need to talk about this smile, because this wasn't just some polite little grin. No way. This was the real deal. A huge, toothy, beaming smile that made his eyes twinkle. It was just pure, genuine energy, and he was about to unleash it on the whole forest. So what happens when that kind of authentic positivity smacks right into a world that's used to being grumpy and quiet? Well, let's watch the chain reaction begin. The very first challenge is a big one, Badger. This guy is famous for his scowls. You know the type, arms always crossed, just a generally grumpy dude. If this smile can work on him, it can work on anyone. Beaver just looks at Badger and lets loose that massive grin. The story describes it as having a literal sparkle, this infectious energy that hits the grumpy Badger like a little shockwave of warmth. And the effect? It's immediate. Badger is caught totally off guard. His whiskers twitch a little, the corners of his mouth start to turn up, and he smiles back. In that one single moment, the entire mood of the forest just starts to shift. And that joy didn't stop with Badger, not at all. It kept spreading. Beaver waddles through the forest, smiling at the busy squirrels, who actually stop what they're doing to wave back. He smiles at the sleepy owls, who start hooting in a friendly way. This positive energy was becoming absolutely contagious. Now, this is more than just a sweet little story. What we've just watched is a perfect illustration of a fascinating psychological principle that affects all of us every single day. By lunchtime, the Whispering Woods is a completely different place. That misty, quiet, functional forest from the morning is now filled with sunshine and chatter and laughter. The whole atmosphere has changed, and it all started with that one little act. There's actually a name for what happened here. It's called emotional contagion. It's the scientific idea that emotions can literally spread from person to person, kind of like a virus. When you see someone genuinely smile, your brain subconsciously tells your own smiling muscles to get going. Their joy can actually spark joy in you. So Beaver's smile didn't just stay with him. It created a ripple effect. It's like dropping a stone in a calm pond. His positive energy spread outwards, touching everyone and fundamentally changing the entire environment of his community. And this is where this little story about a beaver becomes a really powerful lesson for us. It's about recognizing the incredible influence that every single one of us has. This quote really just nails the whole idea. It's not about these grand, heroic gestures. The power to change the world right around you, to shift the entire emotional atmosphere, it can be as simple as just sharing a genuine piece of your own happiness. So, what do we learn from all this? First, remember your emotions are contagious. What you put out there spreads. Second, never underestimate how a small positive act can create a massive ripple effect. And most importantly, know that you have the power to be the one who changes the emotional weather in the room. And that just leaves us with a final thought. Beaver made a simple choice on a Tuesday morning. He chose to smile. So the question for you is, knowing the power you have, what ripple are you going to choose to start today?